All right, I believe we are live. So hello everyone and welcome to the BVSJ and Microsoft AI 101 webinar. My name is Kelsey Perks. I work for the Microsoft NTA as a program manager, and I also work on instructional design. And I've had the privilege of working very closely with Mackie at BVSJ to put together this webinar series. And I see Mackie's here in the chat. It's great to have you here. I'm going to introduce Nia, and then I'm going to let her take it away. So Nia is going to be our lovely speaker for today. And go ahead, Nia, take it away.
Thank you, Kelsey. So yes, thank you everyone for joining. This is the first BVSJ AI 101 training. So I'm just really excited to get this information to you guys and talk about the latest and greatest AI technologies. All right, so a little bit about me. I'm Nia. I'm from PG County, Maryland. I've been working at Microsoft for almost 4 years now, and it's really important to me to leverage AI technologies to empower nonprofits, focusing on racial equity and support for underrepresented communities. My brother Malik is on the call. He is a Marine Corps vet, which is why I have a personal interest in what we're doing here today. From his experience, I know that it can be hard transitioning into civilian life and starting a new career. So I'm super proud of him, and I'm really, really excited about today. And I just want to say, first and foremost, thank you so much, you all, for your service. And yeah, we'll hop right into it. All right, so this is our workshop agenda for today. First, we have Introduction to AI. Next, we'll have Concepts of AI. Then we'll get into some of the Microsoft AI solutions. We'll talk about security in AI. We'll talk about AI in every day and how you can use it in everyday life. We'll talk about prompt engineering, which is a tool that you guys can take away at the end of this call and say that you've got a prompt engineering training and put that on your resume. So I thought that that'd be really cool to add in. And then we'll have a hands-on activity that kind of goes along with prompt engineering. We'll end it off with career pathways in AI and then a little Q&A. And then also, if you guys have any questions throughout the duration of the workshop, please feel free to put that in the Q&A section. And yes, so, and Malik, do a little shout out if you're in there. Do a little shout on the Q&A so they can. So yes, all right. So we will hop right into it. So we're going to start off with introduction to AI. Okay. So we're going to touch on some brief history about artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence has a long and storied history that spans many decades. Some of the earlier work in AI was done in the 1950s and 1960s, when researchers began to explore possibilities of creating machines that could think like humans. During the 1950s, and the 1960s, AI research focuses primarily on symbolic AI, which involves creating a symbolic representation of knowledge and using them to solve problems. In the 1990s and the 2000s, AI research continues to evolve and new subfields begin to emerge. So one of them is something called machine learning that I'm pretty sure you guys have heard before, which focuses on creating algorithms that allow computers to learn from data without being explicit programmed. Another one is called neutral networks, which are mathematical models inspired by the structure and the function of the human brain. And so recently, like generative models like ChatGPT and DALL-E, and many more has risen since then and continue to advance the field of AI. These models are able to generate new examples that are similar to examples from given data sets. And it's being used in diverse fields such as natural language processing, computer vision, speech recognition, and many more. So overall, AI has come a long way since 1950s in its start, and it continues to evolve and improve at a rapid pace. And just a little bit of generative AI knowledge. So generative AI is a subfield of artificial intelligence that focuses on creating systems that can generate new examples such as images, text, or speech that are similar to examples from given data sets. And the goal of generative AI is to develop algorithms that can learn underlying probability. And so that is kind of where we're at now. So why are we having this conversation today? It's been a great couple of years in this space of generative AI, but with Microsoft partnership with OpenAI, it's been even awesomer. So OpenAI is a research company that aims to develop and promote friendly AI in a way that benefits all humanity. The company has made significant breakthroughs in the field of AI, particularly in areas of natural language processing and machine learning. Many of these breakthroughs have received significant attention from social media and in the broader tech community, which has led to a lot of buzz around the company. And some of the most famous projects are like ChatGPT and DALL-E, and others are widely considered to be the most advanced AI systems developed to date. And so that kind of birthed the collaboration between OpenAI and Microsoft. And so, the three main products are ChatGPT, Codex, and DALL-E. And so as part of the partnership, Microsoft and OpenAI have agreed to work on several key areas, which are 1, developing AI technologies, 2, building AI computing platforms, 3, advancing AI research, and 4, making AI more accessible to all. All right, so before we go too deep in this, we're going to just go over a few basic AI concepts and some terminology. So artificial intelligence, AI. Okay, so what is AI, right? So AI represents a significant leap in technology, right? Simulating human intelligence through machines. It encompasses a range of capabilities, including reasoning, learning, and communication, which allows AI systems to tackle tasks that usually require a human intellect, such as visual perception and decision-making. All right. So it's essential to distinguish between general AI, like we have on the screen here, and narrow AI. So general AI often is referred to as strong AI, and it's still theoretical and aims to replicate human cognitive abilities across domains. So more so human-like. So when we talk about narrow AI, or another name for it is weak AI, is already prevalent in our daily lives, powering tools like Siri and Alexa, and other like recommendation systems. So understanding the distinction helps us appreciate the current landscape of AI and its potential further developments. So now we have a couple key terms here that I've been throwing around thus far. So understanding the key terms here are crucial for grasping the broader implications. Machine learning is not just about algorithms, but it's also about enabling systems to learn from data and improve. So this is what drives innovation across industries. Neural networks inspired by human brain are pivotal in recognizing patterns, making them essential for tasks like image and speech recognition. Lastly, we have natural language processing, which bridges the gap between human communication and machine learning or machine understanding, allowing applications such as chatbots and sentiment analysis. And so, yeah, so together these concepts lay the groundwork of how AI interprets and interacts with the world, shaping the future of technology. So these are kind of like the main key terms when it comes to AI. All right, moving along. So now we're just going to talk about briefly about some of the Microsoft's AI solutions, so you guys can kind of get a look and feel of what are all of the main and really all of the tools here that we have at Microsoft that are focused around AI. So here is a model of just of all of our tools and of all of our AI tools, and we call it Azure AI Foundry. So this slide kind of showcased Azure AI Foundry SDK, emphasizing the model catalog structure. I'm sorry about that. It categorizes various models into foundational, open source, task, and industry models, right? Which helps us as the users understand available resources. So we have Azure OpenAI service here. We have Azure AI Search, Azure AI Agent service, our Azure AI Content Safety, and then our Azure Machine Learning. So most of the tools on the right-hand side of the diagram are for like data scientists and coders. And then on the right-hand side is helpful for people that are maybe more business heavy, maybe more business focused, and want to utilize tools like that. So we'll continue, and I'll show you a bigger diagram of all of our whole AI ecosystem here at Microsoft. So please snap a picture of this, because at the end, I'm going to share a link to our Microsoft Learn page where you guys can, where there's free training available. So if you guys could, see any of these tools that you want to learn more about, you can pop it into Microsoft Learn and then follow the training, the free training on that website. And so we'll provide that website for you guys after. But this is just all of our tools that we offer here at Microsoft that deal with AI that are really cool and important. Alrighty, so like I just showed all of the tools. As you can see, the AI tools at Microsoft and in general are just really plentiful and limitless. And here we just have the top 4 capabilities and use cases that our customers come to Microsoft for. So the first one is content generation. So it sparked a lot of interest among those who want to be able to automate responses to their customers or generate personalized UI for their company's website, or within like recruitment firms who want to be able to generate content for bringing their ideas to life. The second we have is summarization. So there's so much goodness here for like call centers and call center scenarios where companies would want to summarize conversation logs to be able to summarize long reports, or kind of that thematic tone of those reports. And then also social media trends. They might want to summarize some social media trends, which is another use that's important for companies to know where their customers are heading towards and what industry is trending and what industries they're trending towards. And then third, we have code generation. So the third popular capability is code generation. So think of wanting to convert your like SQL database, right, to an NL or vice versa. So code generation is a powerful capability that can help convert code, as well as generate text and source code directly into your application. So this is really helpful for people that might not have a coding background. I don't really have a coding background. I didn't go to school for coding. So coding generation, leveraging AI for code generation is really great for me because, I don't necessarily have to have that, coding background now. I can leverage AI to help me generate code. So that's really, really cool to me. So lastly, we have cinematic search. Within OpenAI, it can help quicken the time to search through your documents. So these use cases are particularly categorized with capabilities for OpenAI. And in addition to these, we also have examples of multi-models as well. But these are the main four capabilities that our customers come to us for when it comes to AI. Next, we have AI security, AI and security. Very important topic these days, right? So security is a fundamental aspect as it safeguards systems against malice threats while ensuring that data remains confident and intact. In today's landscape where cyber threats are increasingly sophisticated, leveraging AI for security purposes is not just beneficial, but it's essential. By automating processes like threat detection and other things, organizations can respond more swiftly to potential breaches. And Microsoft has recognized this need and has proactively implemented robust security measures to protect its systems and data. Furthermore, companies have established guidelines to promote ethical AI usage, reflecting its commitment to responsibility practices. These initiatives not only enhance security, but also build trust in AI technologies, demonstrating that Microsoft prioritizes both innovation and responsibility in its AI endeavors. And security is really big right now. So there's a lot of cybersecurity roles that are open, and I think you guys are going to have a cybersecurity training as well. But that is, speaking about career paths and what's really important career paths moving forward, security is definitely one, and we'll talk about that later on in the presentation. So AI in everyday life, right? So AI technology is revolutionizing how we manage our daily tasks, making our lives more efficient and organized. Personal assistants like Siri, Google Home, and Alexa are at the forefront, allowing us to manage schedules and set reminders effortlessly through voice commands. These digital assistants not only help us with basic tasks, but also enhance our shopping experiences by providing personalized recommendations based on our preference. And AI plays a significant role in writing assistance. So offering suggestions for edits and grammar corrections. I know I definitely use this a lot, which can be invaluable for both professional and personal communication. I use AI for almost every email to just kind of make things more seamless and just make my life more efficient in the work world. So furthermore, AI can streamline email management too, right? By prioritizing messages and organizing our inboxes, ensuring that we stay on top of important communication. The accompanied image illustrates the connectivity and integration of these technologies in our daily lives, highlighting the seamless interaction between devices. So that is just a couple things that we can use AI for in our everyday lives. So here's some other ways we can use AI in our daily lives, AI for budgeting and even for like vacation planning. And then we have some example prompts here for you guys. And so we're going to get in a little bit about prompt engineering and how we can leverage prompt engineering to make our lives more efficient. So prompt engineering is a powerful tool that can enhance our interactions with AI, making tasks like vacation planning and budgeting more efficient. So for example, vacation planning, consider how AI can tailor the itinerary based on personal preferences, budget constraints, and desired experiences. This example provides and illustrates a comprehensive approach, ensuring that all the aspects of the trips are covered, from accommodations to daily activities. And it's very similar to the budgeting prompt we have on the left-hand side. That demonstrates how AI can analyze income, expenses, and to create personal finance plan. And it not only outlines current spending, but also suggests saving strategies which can be invaluable for financial benefits. And these examples highlight the versatility in AI and everyday tasks, showcasing its potential to simplify complex processes and improving decision making. So I really like this prompt here on the left-hand side because it's something that where you can just kind of plug in like your monthly expenses, plug in like your rent, your groceries, and so forth. And when you plug that into something called Copilot, it's really helpful with that. It can give you a whole platform of how you can budget and save money for that specific month. All right, okay. So now we're going to go into, now that we talked a little about prompt engineering, we're going to go a little bit deeper into prompt engineering and how we can utilize prompt engineering when it comes to AI, right? So prompt engineering, what is prompt engineering, right? So prompt engineering is a crucial skill in maximizing the effectiveness of AI systems. So by crafting precise inputs, we can guide AI to generate high quality and relevant responses. The technique highlights here, such as a role, prompting us to allow us to define the AI perspective, which can significantly influence the output. So adding context is equally important. It provides the necessary background that helps the AI understand nuances in the task at hand. So yeah, that's really important here, right? So specific requests further clarify what we need, ensuring that the AI responses are aligned with our expectations. So the examples provide illustrate how these techniques can be applied to the real scenario by enhancing AI abilities to deliver insights and actionable information. And by mastering these techniques, you can harness the full potential of AI models and achieve high quality, relevant insight outputs. And so, yeah, this page is super important when it comes to utilizing AI and putting things on, utilizing AI and specifically with Copilot and things like ChatGPT. I'd love to do like a hand raise to see how many people has used ChatGPT and potentially used ChatGPT and has used prompt engineering. I'd love to hear about that. So please put that in the chat if you have. I can't really see it, but awesome. Yes. Awesome. Yeah. So, when you put your question in that box on ChatGPT or Copilot, that is called prompting. And so the way you write out your prompt is very important into getting the precise answer that you want out of the AI model in Copilot and in ChatGPT. So let's dig a little bit deeper into that. Right. So how do we leverage AI for job acquisition? So we're going to talk a little bit here about leveraging the prompts, right? Prompt engineering and how we can get have a more efficient resume while using these tools, right? So leveraging AI in your job search can streamline the entire process. AI tools can help identify job opportunities that align with your skill sets and automate the application process for better efficiency. Additionally, using AI for interview preparation can make you more confident, right? Networking with AI-driven platforms can also help you connect with potential employers effectively. So some specific examples here that we can use AI for. So first we have resume optimization. So we can use the AI tools to tailor our resume specific to the job description. So if, for example, you can use a resume optimizer to highlight the relevant skills and experience that matches the job requirements. And so what we would do in let's say ChatGPT or OpenAI, the prompt would be optimize my resume for a software engineering position at a tech company, highlight my experience with Python, Java, and project management. And once we attach our resume to said AI tool like a Copilot or a ChatGPT, output the resume that is highlighted with all the skills that we had just written in our prompt. And next we have interview preparation. So AI platforms can help you practice common interview questions and receive feedback. This one I really like because the model can simulate a job interview for any type of position. So right here, we have an example of the prompt here. It says, simulate a job interview for a marketing manager position, provide feedback on my answers and suggest improvements. This is really good because it's going to search the web to find and curate the best possible questions just to help you get better at that job interview prep question. So I really like that one a lot. That's probably my favorite here. Next, we have skill gap analytics. So and analyze. So AI can identify skill gaps, right? And suggest relevant coursework and certifications to enhance your qualifications. So if you're like, hey, I have this resume, but I'm not sure, if my resume matches the job description correctly or aligns well, we can ask ChatGPT or Copilot to kind of help us fill in those gaps in the prompt. So here the prompt says, analyze my resume and identify any skill gaps for a data analyst role, recommended course or a certification to fill in these gaps, right? So I really like that one too. Next, we have job matching. So AI can match your profile with a suitable job opening based on your skills, experience, and preference. So the prompt is find job openings in product management in the healthcare industry and consider my experience in project management and healthcare. So super cool prompt to help you match your profile with certain job openings that are out there. So now moving on, we have a hands-on activity. And before we hop into our hands-on activity, we have a little bit of time. So if, I don't know, Kanel, if you want me to answer some of the questions we have in the chat, I wouldn't mind doing that.
Yeah, I was putting some answers together, but
okay.
If you want to touch on like entry level career roles, I was getting ready to put it in the chat. I know the AI adoption specialist role is something that you'll typically see appearing more on job search engines. I know like the AI adoption specialists, they help the companies adopt AI technology, so you don't necessarily like really need an in-depth degree for that. That's something that I would say like someone can do while they're learning like machine learning and like the more in-depth things. But if you want to touch on that one, I think a few people had that question.
Okay, awesome. I do have a career pathways in AI slide that kind of touches on that stuff. And I, probably will go through some of those questions. So is there any other questions that maybe that I haven't touched on or
Yeah,
a few hands up in the chat.
Yeah.
If you have time to go through them now, or if you wanted to wait till the end of the presentation.
Okay. How about we just wait to the end of the presentation, because then I might answer some of the questions as I finish. We only have 2 more slides left. So
okay, great.
Just wait. Okay. Okay, cool. So we are going to continue with our hands-on activity, and then after that, we'll have career pathways in AI, and then we'll hit on some questions, anything that I missed. So let's hop right into our hands-on activity. So for our hands-on activity, I'll be utilizing a mock resume to kind of show you guys what we just discussed and how we can use AI to fix our resumes or enhance our resumes or match our resumes to the job description, right? So let's get into that. I'm going to share my screen. Just give me a moment. And then let me know when you guys can see my screen. All right, please let me know when you guys can see my screen. Give me a thumbs up.
We can see it now.
Okay. All right, so here is Copilot. So Copilot, if you guys are not familiar with Copilot, it's very similar to ChatGPT. It basically is ChatGPT. And ChatGPT is OpenAI's model. So yeah, okay, so this is Copilot. And so we're gonna go ahead and attach our resume to Copilot. So we'll click here. We'll go to our files in our computer. Our test resume, and we'll upload our test resume onto Copilot. All right. So now we're going to put in our prompt. So go ahead and put in our prompt. See, I think I got disconnected. We're loading. Give me a second. We're going to get our prompt, and then we're going to put it in the search.
Nia, your screen's not showing anymore.
Okay. Let me get that fixed. Okay. Let me know if you can see it.
Yes.
All right. Cool. All right. So we have our resume in there, and then we'll go ahead and put our prompt. In there. Okay. So our prompt says, analyze my resume and identify any skill gaps for a data analyst role. Recommend courses or certification to fill in these gaps. Right? So we'll go ahead, and so our prompt is precise, it's straight to the point, and it's telling the model exactly what we want out of it. So let's go ahead and submit. Let's see what we can do. And if you have Copilot, please follow along with me. Go ahead and grab your resume from your files, and go ahead and go to copilot.com and see if you can follow along with me. If not, that's cool. Maybe see if you can do it after. But all right, so I'm able to extract it. Okay, let's go into let's see, we got a little error message. So I tried to upload the file, but we got a little error message, but there's a workaround that we can use. So what we can do is, and you can do this too, if you get that error message, go ahead and copy your resume and put that into Copilot. All right, so we'll copy our resume, put it into Copilot. And now it should be able to read our resume. So we'll go ahead and tell it to do the same thing. All right. Let's see what we get. All right, so here we have it. So based on the resume you provided, here's an analysis of your skills and experience in relation to the data analyst role, right? And everyone can see my screen, right? Cool.
Yep.
So
yeah, we can see it.
Awesome. So here it analyzes our skills and experience, and it also gives us some courses and certifications that can help us to fill in the gaps for that data analyst role. So here it has our current skills, our relevant experience. Here it highlights our relevant experience that can help us with our job, when we're doing a job, a resume, or it can help us give us those highlight those skills in our resume. And then it also gives us a skilled gap for the data analyst role. So it tells us, while we have a strong foundation in the programming and web development, here are a few areas that are crucial for a data analyst that we might want to focus on. So it's giving us other tools that we can, or other skills that we can get and do some learning here to make our resume more robust and ready for that specific role. And then scrolling down even gives us some coursework and some certifications that we can take to, again, make our resume more robust and get us ready to apply for that role and be a good fit for that role. So please go ahead and do this to your own resume and see what you get back.
Nia, can you put the prompt in the chat for them?
Of course, of course, of course. There we go. So analyze my resume and identify any skill gap for a data analyst role, or just blank role, whatever role you want to focus on. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat. And then I'll also share my screen. Let me know if that looks weird. Let me know if that was. There we go. Don't know why I pasted like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I got that prompt from our, not my screen, so sorry. I got that prompt from our PowerPoint. So you guys are going to have access to this PowerPoint, so you guys can have access to all of the prompts that I shared. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys again. Give me a second to get our presentation back up. All right. And let me know when you guys can see the presentation again. And that will conclude our hands-on activity. And please put your hands up if you were able to analyze your resume using that prompt. Awesome. We got some thumbs up. That's awesome. Very cool. So here's the prompt page again here. So we have that first one, which is really good to optimize my resume for a blank position at a tech company or whatever company, and then highlight my experience. That's a really good prompt as well. And we used the third prompt here. But this one, the second one is also good, simulate for a job interview. So if you have a job interview coming up, that's going to be your prompt to use. And then last, we have find job openings for a project manager or blank in the blank industry. And then you can say, consider my blank experience, right? So really good. And please in the chat, let us know. Oh, yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Kana.
Yeah, no, just real quick. While they're working on their prompts, I know a few people were asking about the entry-level job titles, and so I wanted your thoughts on like I have 5.
Okay.
I mentioned the AI adoption specialist, then there's an AI product manager. What do you think about that one?
Perfect. Yeah. So as you can see, all these positions, we have the AI project manager on the screen right now. All of these positions, you don't need a degree for any of these positions. You can gain these skills from boot camps and certifications. And so that's what I'll say about, all of these positions can be entry-level positions. It just depends on that level when you're coming in at a certain company. But all these positions, an AI consultant position, an AI engineer, of course, you can be an AI engineer, but it can be a entry-level position AI engineer, right? So it'd be like an AI engineer 1 or AI engineer 2 would be would be proper for that. But yeah, again, if you're coming in with like no AI experience and you say you don't have a degree in AI or in machine learning, and you say, hey, I'm really interested in this and I want to learn more, you don't necessarily need to go back to school and get that degree. You can go ahead and get a boot camp, or you can use our prompt and figure out, that we just had. You can put it into Copilot and say, what certifications do I need to be an AI consultant or to be an AI engineer? And look at those certifications that it gives you. And yeah, you can fill those out and put that on your resume. Like I mentioned, Microsoft also has a robust catalog of Microsoft Learn pathways that you can take. And correct me if I'm wrong, Canal, I think you probably could be able to put in like an AI consultant or AI engineer into Microsoft Learn and see what pathways come up. And those will be the specific pathways to help you get that specific job, or at least show you what tools you might need to learn, or certain tools that you might need in order to do that job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna put in the chat for them the AI certification pass, because you have the AI 900, which is the Azure AI fundamentals track. That's a great place for them to start. It's a Microsoft Learn pathway, completely free, but you can also get certified in it. And then if you want to take it to the next level, I believe it's the Azure 102. I'm getting that together now. I'm going to put that in the chat for everybody. But yeah, those are great places to start.
Yeah, and we can also send out an email with a bunch of links that can be helpful with different certifications and that sort of thing. So we can put that together for you guys. But yeah, so here listed are just some career pathways in AI that you guys can get started in. And like I said, you don't need a degree for these positions. You just need to have that skill set. So you can get those skills either in a boot camp or taking certifications that Canal just mentioned. The landscape of AI has a diverse range of career pathways, each with unique responsibilities and skill sets. So for instance, AI consultant plays a crucial role in guiding organizations on how to effectively implement AI strategies. Meanwhile, AI engineers focus on the technical aspects, designing and developing models that address complex challenges. We have data scientists up here. Data scientists leverage AI to analyze data and provide insights that drive decision-making. After that, we have machine learning engineers that are essential for optimizing algorithms. And then we also have robotic engineers that create innovative automatic solutions. We have our AI research scientists that push the boundaries of knowledge, developing new algorithms. And then, like someone in the chat mentioned, we have AI product managers that oversee the life cycle of the AI products and AI products being created. And then lastly, we have AI software developers that ensure that software applications effectively integrate AI technologies. So understanding these roles here can help us all navigate career paths in this rapidly evolving field, because that's the thing, AI is constantly changing. It's constantly, moving along, right? Pushing the needle, like we saw in our history lesson earlier. It's constantly at a fast pace moving along. I know when I joined Microsoft, looks completely different than the AI tools that we have now is completely different. And I know me and Canal on the engineering team here, we talk about it all the time, where we'll write a blog about a certain AI tool, and then within the next couple of months, it's changed and has different features and new features. So, you know, being in a career that's focused on AI means that you are constantly learning and constantly growing. So please don't feel like you're, you know, if you're starting from ground one, you're pretty much starting with us all, because in a month's time, it'll be something new, right? So just definitely know that when you're entering into this field. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this presentation. We have, we'll do some Q&As now, but I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation. I know that I had fun putting this presentation together. Me and my brother kind of rehearsed the presentation. We had some fun doing that for you guys. And yeah, so but we also have a 102 session coming up too. So also in the comments, if you can put some ideas of what you might want to learn in our 102 AI session, that would be really helpful. If you want to go in depth in any of the topics, more in depth in any of the topics that I talked about today, or just are curious about a certain AI topic, please put that in the chat, because then we can go deeper here, right? But yeah, now we can open it up to questions now.
All right. The first hand I see is Chris. Chris, are you able to come off mic? Okay, let's go to Tashwana. And if anyone's having trouble coming off of the mic, just let me know. There might be a setting that we need to adjust. Okay, let's see. Michael Wayne, are you able to come off the mic?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'll say yeah. I enjoyed the presentation, so I'm ready for 102. So
Yes.
Thank you.
So I'm excited too. Please put what you guys are interested in the chat, so we can tailor the presentation around what you guys really want to learn and go deeper in.
To answer your question, Mira, are there free versions of the AI platforms to create images and presentations? Microsoft Designer is free. You can use just your regular personal account. I'll put the link in the chat for Microsoft Designer.
Yeah, Microsoft Designer is a really great tool for content creators. And if you have a business, it's just really great all in all to generate that content pretty much immediately. You saw how we got the answers out of Copilot. It works very similarly. And then there's also Dolly if you want to generate images. So Dolly is the images generator, and Designer is kind of a content generator, I would say. And also there's ChatGPT has Sora. Sora creates videos, which is very interesting. I see up here, best pathways for software engineers. For a best pathway for software engineers, I would definitely advise a boot camp. But also now we have YouTube. Kind of finding like a software engineer 101, or maybe picking a software language that you're interested in. Maybe start with C++. Picking a coding language and kind of going through those 101 courses would be a really good way to start. But just best pathway to become a software engineer, I would definitely start with learning a specific language.
I think Python, and keep me honest, I think Python and Java is great for AI.
Yep, so I definitely start there. And, if you want to find free courses, I would definitely suggest LinkedIn Learning. if you have a LinkedIn page, which is free, they have really great learning courses as well. And then Microsoft, we also have learning courses. So yeah, there's a lot of free courses out there if you want something to kind of get you started, right?
And we have another question. What about the use of AI in finance or accounting? I know, just real quick, I do know like you can automate data entry. There's AI to analyze for fraud and fraud detection and risk management. So those are a couple of the ways AI can be utilized.
Yep, you hit it right on the head. Data scientists are so crucial in the finance and accounting industries, especially when we talk about security. That is very important, and it's a lot of different things that you can get into when it comes to financing and accounting. So yeah, but main things I would definitely say anomaly detection, like you mentioned, fraud detection. And even when it comes to insurance, I was working on a project a couple of years ago. The company was using drones to kind of look at the roof of houses to estimate a certain insurance rate. And so that they were analyzing that using AI technology. So there's a lot that is being used with financial companies when it comes to AI. Yeah, and so the financial industry, I would say, is definitely a dinosaur industry, and so they do move slow when it comes to innovation, mainly because of the security scares. But I think a lot of companies now are coming to terms with it and learning how to use AI in a secure way. So yeah, it's very important. It's a good field to go into.
Yeah, real quick, there was just one more question. And some
There's
of
a
these
couple hands
items,
too. We've got 2 more people with hands.
yeah, the first two, I don't know if they were able to come off the mic.
I think we have Michelle and Mira, who we haven't seen if they're available yet.
Okay. Yes, either one of you all can come off the mic, if you're able to. And for the people asking about the recording, it will be sent out after the webinar. Let's see. I don't know if mine is just stuck, but yeah, I only see the 3 hands. I believe we did hear from Michael. Mr. Cohen or Mrs. Sorry. Are you able to come off
Mr.
the
Cohen.
mic? Okay.
Yes. My question is, I'm in a different field and I just want to keep up with the changes in AI. Is there a website or I guess a web page for AI that you would recommend? Thank you for your time. Appreciate the presentation as well.
Of course, of course. Yeah, I think that's really good. I mean, AI is finding its way integrating with a lot of different industries. So I think that's really important to kind of stay on top of that news. I would say Microsoft, we have a couple blog pages that you guys can, now if you can, link our blog page on there where you can stay up to date on new technologies that Microsoft is curating. Microsoft also has Microsoft News. That's a really good way to stay on top of things. And then, podcasts are really good as well. There's a couple cool podcasts that I can put in the chat, like AI podcasts. But yeah, definitely on the Microsoft front, we have our blogs that people are constantly writing blogs about new findings. And then we have Microsoft News, so you can link that.
Yes, I'll be pinning some links in the chat.
Awesome. Do we have another hand?
I don't see any more. I lowered all the ones that were unresponsive and there's no new ones.
Okay. Well, all right.
Oh, we've got Billy Berryman just raised his hand.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure if you had me in attendance because I joined late.
Yes, we have you as an attendant, and We're also going to be sending out the recording, Kelsey, is that correct?
Yeah, we should be able to do that.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna send out that recording and so you can get filled in there.
All right,
So
thank
thanks for
you.
attending.
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't know if Mackie wants to come off mute and say anything, but this has been really great and I really appreciate being able to be your host for today, you guys. This was awesome and I'm excited about 102.
No, I don't have anything. This was absolutely phenomenal. Really excited about 102 and beyond. So just stay tuned. Everyone stay tuned, stay connected with BVSJ and we'll announce 102 in April. I don't think we have an exact date yet, but probably the third week in April. Right, Kels?
Yeah, that sounds correct. We'll
All right,
probably have a date for that soon.
All right, perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. And Nia was absolutely amazing.
Thank you guys so much. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming. See you guys for 102. Have a great day.
Have a great evening.
Thank you.